Brett, thank you so much for joining me today. I cannot wait for all these women to hear your story, learn about your journey, and just the wisdom that you have for our own becoming journeys. So to kick it off, why don't you share who's Brett?
Well, I am 41. I've been married for 16 years. I know, can you believe it?
That's awesome.
2 kids, Jackson who's 12, Mia who's 10. I wear a size 5 shoe. I have a weird thing with hotels with yellow doors. I can't stay in them.
Yellow doors, okay.
I don't know why, but I will not stay in a hotel. It freaks me out. And I eat cookies every night in bed.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, now that we know a little bit about you, I know just from the pleasure of knowing you as a person and journeying with you that you have incredible wisdom. You've encouraged me a lot on my own journey, and I'm excited to invite other people in on that as well. And you've learned some things to not do.
Yeah.
Would you mind sharing those with me?
Yeah, when you asked me this question, I was like, gosh, I don't know. I mean, the quote that came to my mind was from Benjamin Franklin that said, what hurts us instructs. And so I'm not sure I know what to do, but I know what not to do from my past. So if I was talking to a gal, I would say probably 3 things come to mind of what I would say not to do. Number 1, I would say don't play it safe. Don't play it safe.
Good.
Just for me personally, failure never hurts as much as regret. Regret stings so much more than failure ever did. And so my mantra would just be always say yes. Say yes to every opportunity, every weird late night road trip, trying new foods, jumping out of airplanes, every move, every adventure. Say yes all the time. Now obviously don't say yes to things that go against God's word or would hurt others or hurt yourself.
Absolutely.
But in general, say yes. Don't, even if it freaks you out, say yes, because regret is so much more painful than failure going, well, I won't do that again, but at least you have that experience. And so don't play life safe. We're not here too long of a time. So say yes. That would be the first thing I would say. Second thing I would say would be don't forget how loved you are. One of my favorite stories in the Bible is the story in the Old Testament of 2 sisters, Rachel and Leah. Jacob was a guy who loved Rachel, like insanely obsessed with her, adored her, sacrificed for her. In fact, he worked 7 years to basically get her hand in marriage. But the day, it's the script, the day that they're on the wedding day, he lifts up the ladle, movie form fashion, right? And her older sister Leah is there. They've been tricked to marry Leah. But he still loves Rachel, so he chooses to work an additional 7 years for Rachel. Marries her, loves her. I mean, this girl was loved. She was adored. She was sacrificed for. But in Genesis 30, it's so funny because she's kind of at this critical point in her life. Leah is having all these kids. She can't have kids. And so she gets insanely jealous of Leah and kind of has this freak out moment and cries out to God and to Jacob and says, give me children or I will die. It's like this total drama queen, give me children, I will die moment. I know, seriously, which I totally had those myself. And it hit me as I was studying that when we forget how loved we are, it will lead to a life of dissatisfaction and discontentment. And I can think of so many times in my past where I got so wrapped up in everything else, and I forgot how loved I was. I forgot that I was loved, that I am adored, that I am cherished, that I was sacrificed for, that I was died for. And so all these other things grab my attention, and I get so dissatisfied and discontent and resentful. But when I live in the knowledge of how loved I am, everything else is icing. Everything else just comes together. So I would tell people, don't forget how loved you are. Cling to that in those moments, because that'll keep you from discontentment that just sits in your gut and robs you from joy.
That's good stuff.
And the third thing I think I would say is don't play it safe, don't forget how loved you are, and don't try to figure it all out. Because there's no way we can figure out everything.
Sure.
I don't know, maybe it's because I'm 41, but I just learned how much I don't know. And so, but here's what I do know. I know my past, and I know my story, and I know where God has taken me. I know the miracles He's done in my life. I know where He's changed and rescued me. I know that where He showed up in those moments in my past. And so whenever you don't know what your future holds, whenever you feel unconfident about your future, you don't need to, because the same God who's with you in your past will be with you in your future. The same God who showed up for you and did miracles in your past will do miracles in your future. And so we can walk confidently and boldly into that uncertain future because God is with us. And so you don't need to try to figure it all out. You can just walk ahead confidently because you might not know everything, but you know your past and you can cling to that and you know who your God is. So those are my 3 things.
That's huge. Goodness. Man, I'm going to have to watch this and take 5 million notes. And there's so many tweets back from this. I'm so excited.
Ooh, I'm tweetable.
Yes. No, you have such wisdom and such encouragement for the journey. I really appreciate it. I appreciate how you pour into me and journey with me as I become who God made me to be, and how
You're
you're
an amazing
woman.
woman.
Thank you. I appreciate you. So make sure that you connect with Brett on social media, get to know her journey, her family, and thank you.
Thank you.